It's quiet here this time of year on the sandy beaches of Topsail Island off the North Carolina coast. CBN partners Richard and Linda Baker especially enjoy walking here, where they've been living and doing business for years.
I love the peace that I feel here. Just the breezes and the salty air.
The Bakers run a successful company called Treasure Realty. The largest part of their business involves selling and renting vacation properties. Hard work, trust in God, and one other important principle guide their lives and business.
Giving is essential to the success of Treasure Realty. Without giving, we wouldn't be where we are.
When you tithe and you give, God becomes a partner with you in your labor. And he also says if you sow abundantly, you'll reap abundantly. He said if you sow sparingly, you'll reap sparingly.
The Bakers struggled a few years ago when the bottom fell out of the real estate market.
The resort business is particularly fragile in those kind of times. In 2008, my sales dropped 300% off of the high of 2005.
It was scary because you don't know what the future is going to hold. You don't know, are these employees going to still be here? Are we going to shut down the sales office?
Richard and Linda have always been givers, supporting their church and CBN, and for more than a decade, they've given extra at the end of each year based on projected sales. But with revenues falling after such a hard year and the prospect of things getting worse, Richard made what he believed was a prudent financial decision.
When we got to the end of the year, we realized that it was going to be another hard year in front of us, no question. And so we decided to cut back on our giving.
But 4 months later, when Richard was reviewing his tax return, he realized that their income hadn't dropped as expected.
And the Lord just gently said, "Why did you hold back?" And I had goosebumps, and I called my wife and said, "Honey, get in here, bring the checkbook."
Richard and Linda sat down together and wrote out checks to CBN and their church.
Treasure Realty, Lucinda speaking.
Just 1 week later at the rental office,
Isaac comes in and says, "I don't know what's going on, but the phones are ringing off the hook. I don't understand it." And we didn't put the two together until about a week later when he comes in with numbers and shows us that the phone calls and the reservations had doubled from the same week the year before.
during that meeting, Richard believes he heard the Lord speak to him again.
And the Lord whispered in my ear, literally, "That was me."
Richard and Linda say they have not struggled again with their giving. In fact, they've increased it over the past few years, and their business is growing again.
Treasure Realty's sales have been fabulous and rentals have been great, and we're on track to being as good as we were at the very top of the market. It's a powerful force that when you give, it comes back into you. When you give it, it releases Him to bless you.